And we are rolling. What's going on, guys? It's Paul with Unlimited Freedom. Welcome to Unlimited Freedom. Let's get into that ETF pool update. Let's go.
You know, if you're not going to become a network marketer, we're not going to pay you what we said we were going to pay you, right? News announcement. And this is a breaking news announcement. And this is a breaking live on Friday. Novatech update.
Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want.
All right. Here's the latest from ETF Pool. This is kind of encouraging, and I have seen this happening in my ETF Pool account. So my ETF Pool account has been like going up, right, in terms of the dividends that I'm getting paid from ETF Pools. So it's pretty cool. Let me read you the announcement. Recently, there has been a significant increase in trading volume for digital assets on the ETF Pool network. Okay, so for those of us involved in the ETF pool, behind the scenes, there's been an increase in trading. Given that the users of our AI protocol are growing exponentially, our algorithmic trading protocol typically allows for fluctuations in price. We frequently target our automated trading software to the most liquid assets, as our AI takes advantage of this edge to diversify funds in the AI pools. Okay? So basically what that means is it's an ETF with moving parts, right? So it's not an ETF that's just like, for example, SPY is an ETF that's connected to the S&P 500. So SPY is an ETF connected to 500 companies, and that's it. But with ETF Pool, the companies that it's connected to is liquid. The companies that it's connected to is dynamic. It changes. It's fluid, right? So they're connecting with different companies depending on the liquidity of those companies and depending on what those companies are doing. And using the AI technology to do that, it enables them to kind of find the companies that are moving up or find the companies that are growing fast and getting on there, getting in, making the money, and then getting out and moving towards the other companies that are doing that. It's a pretty ingenious strategy, and you can see why AI would be beneficial to be implemented into something like that. Let's continue. As a result, there has been a substantial increase in yields and rewards for liquidity providers, which is us, right? And so anybody who provides an ETF pool, who participates, I should say, in ETF pool, you're providing liquidity, right, for ETF pool. So as a liquidity provider myself, I can tell you that I have seen an increase in yields, right? I've seen an increase in my dividends, and my compounding account is doing great. I mean, here's the thing about the compounding account. It grows and it's really exciting, but you can't touch any of that money for 6 months. So if you're going to get into a compounding account with ETF Pool, you have to believe that the platform's going to be around, or at least you have to put a risk that the platform's going to be around for 6 months. I think it probably will, right? At least that's my take on it. Now, I didn't risk anything that I cannot afford to lose. If ETF Pool went away tomorrow, I would be fine, right? Because I don't deal with money that I cannot afford to lose. I don't get greedy here. I don't try to throw in thousands and thousands of dollars on a gamble, right? Now, I'll admit, I probably have more money to play with than the average person. I admit that, right? But maybe you can afford to risk $10, right? Maybe you can afford to risk $100, right? It's whatever you can afford, right? Whatever you can afford to risk, if you are inclined to be involved in these opportunities. Am I telling you to do that? No. I'm talking about my strategy. I'm talking about what I'm doing. I'm talking about my journey. I'm talking about my story. And there's a little thing called freedom of speech, guys, where I can pretty much come on here and talk about what I want to talk about. Now, I do have to go along with the YouTube community guidelines, which I have no problem with doing. That's no problem. But in general, pretty much free speech is on YouTube for the most part. I mean, the thing that YouTube will censor is things that they consider hate speech, which I disagree with. I don't think they should censor any speech. I think if people want to come on here and be the most disgusting, despicable, hateful, evil human beings, well, they ought to have the right to say what they want, right? You don't have to listen to it. I don't have to listen to it, right? But I don't think people should be canceled, right, for any reason, right? I just don't believe in that. I'm old school. I believe people ought to be able to say their opinion, and I ought to be able to say that you're a turkey, right? I think your opinion is stupid, right? You should be able to say your opinion. I should be able to say I think you're an idiot, right? Freedom of speech. That's how it works, right? Pay attention to me, you young whippersnappers. Listen to me, Generation Z. Listen to me, you young whippersnappers. Right? Freedom of speech is not a bad thing, guys, because the good ideas will prevail and the bad ideas won't. You young whippersnappers. All right. As a result, there's been a substantial increase in yields and rewards for liquidity providers, those who increase their stake in the active AI pool and those who activate more than one AI pool on ETF Pool Network. And, you know, it's just depending on how my current pool, it's been going good. So as my current pool continues to grow, I definitely will probably be activating more pools on ETF Network. I mean, you guys saw what happened with Vortic United. I mean, I got into that. I tested it out for a while, started to work. Now I'm up to 8 portfolios, right? Now I'm making a solid passive income with Vortic United. It's beautiful, right? Oh, by the way, the links to ETF Pool, the links to Vortic, and all the other platforms that I'm involved in are linked in the description. So all you have to do is go to the description of this video, hit more information, the description to this video that you're watching now, and it'll open up a drop-down menu, right? And it's going to have links to all the various opportunities I'm involved in, the various crypto platforms I'm involved in. It's got some behind-the-scenes stuff. So there's some good stuff in there. Check it out, right? Doesn't cost you anything to click a link. Doesn't cost you anything to check out what I got going on down there. Okay, next up, ETF Pool AI protocol will effortlessly, excuse me, you guys know I can't talk. ETF AI protocol will effortlessly benefit all from the increased trading volume. So basically the idea there is that when the ocean rises, all the boats on the ocean rise with it, right? So if the sea level rises, all the boats are going to also rise, and that's what they're saying. So as our sea level here at ETF Pool rises, my boat, your boat, and anybody who's on the boat with ETF Pool, we're going to rise along with that. Make sense? This proves that ETF Pool is efficient for liquidity providers, even resulting in what's known as an impermanent gain for them, which is real innovation that ETF Pool offers. Join us and experience the power of AI-powered ETF systems. So it's really an interesting, kind of unique thing, being an AI-powered ETF system, right? So, and I explained it a little bit earlier. It's an ETF that is fluid. It's an ETF that can change. It's an ETF that's actually programmed to change according to AI to get us the most benefit out of the market, however the market is at any given time, right? So far, it's been working great for me, guys. I'm having a good time with it. Links in the description. Also, guys, I have released my trading course, right, which will teach you my personal trading strategy that I learned over time, right? It cost me a lot of money, cost me a lot of effort, a lot of sleepless nights. I invested a lot into education. I had a lot of trial and error. I blew a lot of accounts to develop a strategy that would be simple, achievable, attainable, sustainable, that works. And with this strategy, I've been able to make more than I've ever made before. No matter what happens with any of these platforms, I know that because I have the skill, this particular skill, this strategy, this skill set, no matter what happens in the world, I can go into the markets and make money, and not just make a living, but also continue my current lifestyle, which is a very, very good feeling, right? You can imagine. Okay, now if you want to learn how to do that, if you want to learn my strategy, I have the course. The link is in the description. Also, as a supplement to the course, I launched a Patreon page where you can subscribe for $49 a month, and you can see me actually perform the strategy. I do an hour's worth of trading every week, and I post it into that channel so that you can watch me actually use the strategy and actually make money with the strategy, so you can see it in action. So you get the course to learn the strategy, you jump on the Patreon to continue your education and to see the strategy actually work in action. Also, guys, do me a favor, if you guys get some value from what I do here, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. That way you'll be notified whenever I release a new video. Drop me a comment as well, guys. Every Friday I do a Q&A session where I randomly select your guys' comments. I read them and I react to them. I answer your questions. It's a lot of fun, so make sure that you drop me a comment as well. And let's flex on the haters by growing the channel here at the Unlimited Freedom Network.